chance for you guys to meet and greet with the two devs that are working on our marketplace. These super talented devs, man. I've worked with these guys on a number of different projects, and you guys know them from doing our staking platform. So we're excited to introduce them. And then we're going to go into introducing Mike, who is the crypto lawyer. He is our legal advisor. So we're excited for you guys to get to meet him. He's going to talk a little bit about how we're pretty much better protected than OpenSeas. Mike has been just a blessing to have on the team. You know, any time we come to him with a legal question or paperwork or filing the LLCs, he's just been on top of it. So we're excited. But before we get into those guests, I do have another announcement, a little surprise addition to the team. If everyone could give an open hand to Leaks. We just hired Leaks on. He is a very good friend of Jonathan DeLucia, Fully Boxed. He's also really well known in this space. Satoshi's worked with him. I've worked with him. Leaks is a super talented dude. So we've hired him on for a number of different things. His title is Content Director. So basically, he facilitates everything and anything content and branding. So when it comes to graphics going to our graphics team, instead of our graphics designers getting a barrage of messages from different members of the team, it all goes through Leaks. And then he makes sure to prioritize depending on what needs to come out first, make sure all the branding colors are on point. So as we get closer to launching this marketplace, branding is really key, right? We want to make sure that everything we put out is on brand. It's got the right color scheme. It's got the right feel, the right vibe. So Leaks is really going to be helping facilitate that. Also, a fun little announcement that Leaks will be doing. Leaks is going to be taking on our merch program, our merchandise program. So coming here pretty soon, we'll be offering merchandise for the community. What that looks like, I don't know, probably hoodies, hats, different swag stuff. But Leaks is going to be facilitating that. He's also a 3D architect. So he's going to be helping us kind of get into that metaverse space when it comes to developing our metaverse gaming. So we're actually looking into metaverse plots as we speak, and we'll follow up from there. So Leaks, why don't you go ahead?
Where you at, baby? Where you
give
at,
yourself a couple minute introduction.
No. Thank you for the intro, Pickles. I'm very excited to be here. I've been working with Jonathan. I work with Satoshi, so it's fine. It's amazing to work with amazing people and nice people. It's nice to be surrounded with amazing minds and nice people. So yeah.
Oh, so you only had
what's up?
Proxy. Might have been accidental. Leaks, why don't you tell the community a little bit about what you do in the real world?
So well, my background is pretty much in architecture, and I have a solid experience in also building construction, and also in 3D modeling, also as for graphics design. So pretty much my background it's fully architecture and also 3D modeling. That's pretty much what I do. I work with different companies, and also I'm currently working with a very large design company here in Los Angeles. So that's my background pretty much, in short sentence. But pretty much I'm excited to be working with you guys. I'll be for sure. I think the branding it's important, and I'm going to be working with the team, creating the solid content, a branded solid content, so we can do, through everything we do for social media and such. So also excited for the merchandise part, of course, because we have very cool ideas already, and I think I'm very excited just to put that into the works. And oh man, and not even talking with metaverse and all that it's very exciting. So I guess when we get to that part, we're gonna be throwing a lot of information that is gonna be very exciting for everyone. But yeah, just excited to be here, and thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Leaks. Thanks
I
for.
am wearing a shirt. I am wearing a shirt that was made through Leaks, and it is probably one of my more comfortable shirts. So I can't wait for me
Yeah,
merch.
man. Yeah, Leaks is going to be a great addition, especially when it comes to facilitating, making sure our brand is on point, making sure it's cohesive and consistent with the vision, as well as helping us kind of create the design for all these different events that we have. So obviously there's merch, but we told you guys we're getting ready to set up this charity event that's going to be donating directly to Vitalik's crypto charity event for the humanitarian effort over in Europe. And that's going to be like a whole live event streaming on Twitch and all this. So Leaks will be really good with helping facilitate that. When it comes to going to conventions, NFT conventions and booth design, Leaks is going to be great there. So we're super happy to have him on board. You'll see him pop in and out of the chats. He is our new content director. So if everyone could just give him a big round of applause, welcome him to the team. We're super happy to have him here.
Hey, and you heard that right. Expos, events, those are coming.
Let's get it, boy.
And for before I pass this over to Nate, for those of you that don't know or have tuned in a little bit later, Jonathan just became the dad to his third daughter this morning. So we have a new member of the MemeNFT family, the youngest member of the MemeNFT family. And by the end of the day, she will be the youngest holder of MemeNFT because I'm going to send her some tokens.
Congratulations, dude.
Yeah,
congratulations, Jonathan. We're all super happy for you, man. Nate, you want to take it?
Yeah, just let me know if I break up. So I turned off the PC and I'm on my phone now, so it normally works. But
yeah, you sound good.
Thanks. So yeah, this VC we've been looking forward to since we scheduled it, and I just want to thank, before we even start, I want to thank Mike for showing, for all of our team showing. I saw Alex pop in here for a minute. It looks like he had to go, but we have Pat in Malibu, who are now rebuilding the back end of our marketplace. And they were kind enough to join us for this VC. So Pat and Malibu, I just want to thank you for taking time out of your schedules to come and meet with us. And yeah, we just wanted to have like a meet and greet, maybe get an update on how things are going on the back end. And, first off, I just wanted to start off, let you guys introduce yourselves and what you're good at. And Pat, maybe if you could get into the Certec certification that you have that we're excited about. So welcome.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a developer. I mainly do Solidity. Malibu is another developer, also does a little bit of Solidity. He does mostly front end and server side stuff, all the stuff that I can't do. I guess we would say that we kind of ride in the boat together, and without one or the other, we can't make it flow. So that's kind of where we stand. I've been a developer in the space for a long time, since roughly 2017, doing Solidity contracts, everything from the beginning of the pyramids that we used to build to tokenization and NFTs. We're going to be working on doing this in a very decentralized fashion, because the way we look at it is there's a lot of marketplaces out there. There's a lot of forks we could work off of, but 99% of them are fully centralized with backend on the server side, everything like that, where you're going to have these risks and issues, where you start getting into hosting people's information, possibility of exploits within the servers, people uploading files, possibilities of exploits. So we're going to be really focusing on making this a fully decentralized platform, where everything is smart contract based, even including like the back end of what you would normally host on a server, hosted on a contract instead. That way everything is verifiable through the blockchain and whatnot. Yeah. Pertaining to Certic, according to the business unit that I work with, I've been named like one of the top 5 devs. He's very open about that. If you were ever to see him, Larry around, if you guys know Larry from Certic at all, he would have no problem vouching for that. And a small group called the Renaissance, that's like literally 5 developers that are considered that Certic level of grade.
Wow.
So that's kind of where we sit. Whatnot, MemeNFT is a pretty cool project. I know Pickles from other past projects. Some of you guys may know me from not so wonderful tokens. Some of you guys may know me from some big hit tokens. Some of you may not know me at all. It all really depends on where you met me in the space, because I think I've fauceted into nearly every corner, from all the way from degen shitcoins to high profile utility tokens. You know?
Yes, sir.
Everyone may have a wide range of opinions on me because of that, right? You know, there may be some big ones, there may be some small ones, you know.
Yeah, man. Well, I've had a chance to work with you, Pat, on a couple of different projects and a couple different utilities and whatnot, and I can personally vouch. I mean, aside from Larry vouching that you're one of the top 5 devs in that Certic space, I can definitely vouch for you and the quality of your work, as well as Malibu. You guys put out awesome stuff, and with the kind of flounder that we had with our last dev, we are just so stoked to have you guys here. And it's so nice every time we get a chance to talk with you guys, we get more and more bullish. Just having that level of experience in the background, knowing that it's getting taken care of. So Malibu, I see Malibu is in here now, and he's unmuted. Malibu, you want to go ahead and say what's up? Talk a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, Pat said everything. I don't know what to say. Yeah, the same. I think that the platform should be fully decentralized, especially having no user data saved anywhere. Maybe backup images can be hosted on a server or something, but everything else should be on the blockchain. Nothing on any database that can be compromised or shut down or anything of the sort. That way, all of the user data is safe and not in the hands of anyone.
Also, so no proxies, no roll-ups. I like it.
Yeah. Well, what the thing is with that is what that really does to where that may not mean anything to people besides just be buzzwords. What that does mean, that is, even if MemeNFT, for some reason the website shuts down, or 32 years down in the future something happens to the server or anything like that, everything is still backed up on the blockchain. No matter what, forever, as long as the blockchain is running, it will be on the blockchain.
Yeah. And as long as the content is solid and there are no vulnerabilities in it, everything will be safe.
I don't know that hearing that from you guys. I know you guys have told us that. This is one of the biggest things I wanted the community to hear. What you just said, everything on our marketplace will be on the blockchain. We all know the blockchain, maybe to different levels. The blockchain is immutable. It's unchangeable. Oh, it's changeable, but it takes a lot of work, right? So some of the issues that we've seen OpenSea, one of the top marketplaces out there, some of the exploits, some of the issues they've had. To hear you guys say that this will be fully decentralized is huge. It's massive. It gets me so excited because I know our team, we're going to be running with this marketplace. We're going to be building upon it. We're going to create a huge company off of this marketplace. So to hear that it's going to be built the way that you just described is incredibly massive. So you did use buzzwords there, but if we could get a grip on what you just said there, I think all of us would be very excited, all of our holders. So the way that you're building this with your credibility, with your standards, it's just exciting.
Yeah.
Pickles, what do you think?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, it's awesome. I mean, the thing we have to keep in mind is what Pat said before, is most of these marketplaces you see out here right now lean more towards the centralization aspect of it. So a lot of data being stored, all that kind of stuff. So the fact that we're going to be building almost entirely decentralized is massive. And it's kind of just a fun thing to say, but like how Pat was saying, if 5, 6, 7 years down the road, MemeNFT shuts down, it's always going to be live because it's always going to be on the blockchain. So that history will always be there. So I'm very excited. I mean, both of these guys are very talented devs. Malibu is also an incredible UI guy. When we were doing the staking platform with him, we just went over some basic stuff and he kind of put it together. And then every change we had, he was doing live with us really quick. So really confident in knowing, how these guys work together and how both of them, it takes both of them to make the ship go. So we're happy to have them here. I like how Malibu came on and said, I don't really know what to say, which is so typical of a dev because devs are like they do their thing. They're on their computer doing their stuff. So they're not super talkative, but yeah, man, I'm super happy to have these guys here. I hope everyone else is really happy to have them here. And it's been just awesome, especially as we grow this team and bring on, we brought Fully Boxed on full time. We've added Leaks. So we're adding all these different facets to the project and getting them to be able to work alongside Pat and Malibu and put the constructive criticism on what we want this marketplace to look like has been just awesome. So, I'm really happy with where we're at, and I'm happy with where we're going to be in the next, coming weeks. Nate, do we want to go ahead and introduce Mike?
Sure. Yeah. Thank you, Pat and Malibu. I don't know if you're willing to stick around for maybe just some community questions. But I'll go ahead and introduce Mike. This is Michael Shahab. He's based here in Michigan, so he's my neighbor right down the road. Well, not really, but about an hour away. And Mike was referred to us initially, right when we first began the project, and we got in touch with him. We talked about a few things, and he has just taken the lead in protecting us legally. Mike, has a full-time legal practice. He's a full-time lawyer, and he uses his extra time to help us. And like Pickle said, he's been there at a moment's notice for us. We have kept him on retainer. We plan to keep him on retainer going forward because Mike just continues to advise us. He's helped us set up 2 LLCs and more to come. So Mike, if you want to introduce yourself, tell us about yourself. And I know you've done this before here, but if you want to just give us kind of your background and, go from there.
Yeah, sure thing. Well, thank you for that introduction. As Nate said, I'm Mike Shehab, aka the crypto lawyer. I've been a lawyer for several years and involved in the crypto space since around 2012. My first experience was actually buying a bunch of Bitcoin, printing out a wallet, putting it in a textbook. And a few years ago, I think I sold the textbook unknowingly. So that was a big burn, but I learned from my mistakes, and I won't do that again. But anyway, so I almost exclusively practice law in the crypto sphere, published articles on international complexities, things like that. So I really enjoy the space, and I'm happy to be part of this team. So a lot of the legal stuff, not super exciting, but the main goal is just to protect the company, protect the team, protect the users. And we do that with, starting with, the website, the terms and service and the privacy policy. We make it known that, we're just a platform. We're not a party to the transaction, and that avoids, people saying, oh, something happened, so you're responsible. No, we don't want the company constantly bombarded with suits and people there's a responsive procedure. There are designated emails and people that'll reply to concerns. But ultimately, it's just about protecting the company and the users. So, for example, in the past few months, there have been lawsuits against OpenSea. Nike filed one recently, and a lot of these could have been avoided if the companies were responsive and if they set up the DMCA takedown procedures effectively. Like OpenSea, for example, they had a error with so somebody essentially hacked part of their code, was able to access info, and some of their products were sold. But a lot of these things could have been avoided beforehand. And that's what MemeNFT has been doing. They've been retroactively kind of preparing themselves for these issues that may happen in the future. And, you know, that's one of the main things that I've been helping with. Yeah.
That just shows a large level of professionalism from this team, right? Like, because you don't see this in DeFi a lot. You see a lot of projects launch and they don't take these steps, and that's how you know the seriousness of what we're doing here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they a lot more reactive instead of proactive.
Yeah. So, like, for example, there's a designated agent for takedown notices that will reply in accordance with the law. And if you do follow the law with copyright matters, then you're protected. And a lot of the websites, I've read through their privacy policies, they don't do that. So, you know, they just lose the protection because of these oversights. So, yeah, the team has been preparing. There's a lot of regulations from different countries now. Like the European Union needs you to get informed consent for cookies and things like that. And if the companies aren't following it, they could be banned from, you know, having their website shown in those areas, or they can have massive fines. But we made sure that we followed all those regulations for that reason. So it's essentially a bunch of, you know, protection, making sure that we have our bases covered, and that, you know, the user experience is protected. So
yeah, it's awesome. And you're a good sleeping pill for me, because this type of thing, man, I'm telling you, with the marketplace back end, you know, I'm so glad we had Pat and Malibu come and take a look at the code, and then now basically take it over and rebuild where it needed to be. I'm so glad we have you, Mike, to handle the legal side of things. You know, now our concerns can focus on other areas like corporate growth. How are we going to grow as a company if our volume dramatically increases? Are we going to be able to handle customer service? Are we going to be able to handle all these different areas that a corporation, you know, would have to handle? And so just as a team, our concern, you know, is no longer the security of the back end, although we're going to obviously keep that priority, or the, you know, legal protections that we focused on. Now we are able to shift forward and look forward and make sure that we're able to handle growth on a large scale. So that's really the ultimate thing. I loved the idea of having you guys come on, Pat, Malibu, and Mike, to show that we're covering these bases, and now we're actually looking forward and starting to prepare for massive growth. And so we've got these pieces in place purposefully at the beginning of the project. And, you know, now we're preparing as we get closer to the marketplace launch to look forward and see, you know, where MemeNFT will be a month, 2 months, 6 months, a year from now, with all these pieces in place. So very exciting. I know, Mike, I've DM'd you a million times about little things, and you're always 10 steps ahead, man. So I really appreciate that about you.
Dude, I think I probably drive Mike crazy when it comes to our email chain, because he sends me all these papers that I have to sign for like the LLC and stuff, and I'll send them back, and he's like, dude, there's like 5 more. So I apologize for that. But, you know, something Nate just said is really key. You know, having Pat and Malibu and having Mike, you know, like we said, we're going to keep Mike on retainer. And I also want to come in here and say, as long as Pat and Malibu will have us, we're going to keep them on retainer as well. Because outside of just, you know, the two of them, Pat has a number of different devs connected to him. So we're looking forward to keeping these guys on retainer even after the marketplace and going into our next marketplaces and our next utility. So the nice thing about having, you know, Pat, Malibu, and Mike is what Nate said, is we can rest easy now, knowing that it's in good hands. We're protected legally. We've got Mike covering all our bases. We've got Pat and Malibu working hard in the background on the marketplace. And now we can focus on what do we do with exponential growth. Because coming into this space when the marketplace launches, not only being completely decentralized, but the fact that every day we have a number of people contacting us, asking us how to get their NFTs on our marketplace. So we know there is going to be exponential growth. and how do we handle that exponential growth? We're going to need to have a customer service department, a sales department, an art director department, all these bases covered. And we haven't been able to solely focus on that because we've been focused on getting the marketplace out, making sure we're legally protected, and getting the LLC set up. So yesterday, fully voxed, myself and Nate, I think we were on about a 4-hour call together talking about the next steps and how do we protect ourselves for this growth. So we're starting to look into, third-party customer service systems, security systems, just to be able to prepare and be ready for when we have that growth. And prepare is the word that I want to really emphasize on, because that's something we've always done since day one. Like Mike said, OpenSea's, a lot of these issues that they've had could have been mitigated if only they were prepared early on. So coming into this, when we decided to launch this marketplace and launch this project, we said we want to be prepared. That's why before the token even launched, before any money has even come in, we had our legal team hired. We were working on stuff in the background, the T's and C's, and getting our steps ahead. So we always look at what can we do 10 steps ahead. How can we prepare for if we go from $1 million a week in volume on the marketplace to $1 billion a week in volume on the marketplace? How can we be prepared to handle all the basic, simple questions? How can we be prepared to handle copyright issues? So to speak on that, we have a full takedown company hired, working, ready to go for any of those issues. So we're really focused now on how do we fine tune this machine so when it launches months ahead of its time in terms of usability and security.
Yep, right on. Yeah. And it's exactly what you said, prepare. We've tried to look ahead. And Pat, I wanted to ask you, Pat, Mike spoke to some of the legal protections we have, against lawsuits. And I wasn't aware that Nike had sued OpenSea, which is, can you imagine getting those papers, pickles? Is this the real Nike suing us?
Just hold on to correct you. They didn't sue OpenSea, but they did sue another NFT platform. So yeah, basically.
I see. I see. Okay.
Yeah, I would not want to get that envelope on my desk.
No. So, but Pat, you and Malibu mentioned it all being decentralized. Are platforms like OpenSea or Tofu NFT, are they more centralized?
Well, I wouldn't say can answer that. Is that centralized? They actually do store some data server side just for ease of loading, but for the most part, you sign a transaction when you connect your wallet. You have things though like Tofu and other ones out there that are more centralized. They use server side data when you sign up. You have to register an email or something like that. Anytime you're registering like an email or any data like that, then you're starting to get into the centralization.
You're also prone to phishing more when you deal with all that.
Yeah, because people can link your email to your wallet, basically.
Yeah, it's happened quite a lot. My chiropractor actually just lost 20K of crypto on Coinbase from a phishing exploit. Yeah, emails are so last decade, guys. Stop using them.
For sure they are. That's why we're doing. It's actually kind of a funny thing you bring up, Satoshi, talking about emails, because one thing we're looking at for this marketplace, and I don't want to say it's set in stone yet, but one thing we're looking at for this marketplace is being able to direct message each other within the marketplace, being able to have that communique on the marketplace and outside of an email stream to try to get away from the whole email side of things and have it all within the marketplace to kind of help protect.
Wouldn't recommend that too. That's a direct line for scammers to get their victims.
There we go. That's why we have him here. Oh, there's the baby.
Oh, man.
There's the picture me.
There she is. The princess. Say hi.
Jonathan holds me too.
That sounds wonderful. Me too. Yeah, man.
This is the first time I'm holding her. I haven't held her yet.
Wow. When was she born, John?
She was born at 9:53 this morning. So, what, 3 hours ago?
Wow.
3.5, almost 4 hours ago.
The newest member.
Wow, congrats, dude.
Yeah.
How's your wife doing,
Nate?
John?
On the other hand, maybe have a message board on each NFT so people can talk about publicly, something that you can moderate.
Right, like a forum board.
Yeah.
And on the NFT page.
And if you do any kind of private messaging internally, like some kind of reverse authentic, like almost like a Google Authenticator. There's one that like is I forget the name of it. It's in reverse basically. There's like a number on the screen that shows you can verify it against your device at any time to show that it's actually you're supposed to be talking to. There's weird little things that you can do that are cool like that.
But that's centralization again.
Oh no, it's just authenticating that you're speaking to the right person. That's all it is.
Centralization. The authentication.
Right. So yeah, looking into a forum
is to keep away from centralization here on
right,
because that's where the biggest of the scams come from. I mean, we could discuss more about this in the back room, how we would want to go about it. But for the most part, you want people to run everything themselves, right?
Exactly.
With very little moderation.
Right.
And
Nate,
a person only needs a wallet, and that's it.
Nice. Awesome, man. Yeah, that was really, my big question. I know the timing of the VC was not accidental. Just the past couple weeks, it seems like I saw OpenSea more and more in the news. And, this is why I went back to our devs. This is why I went back to Mike and said, hey, how are we going to be different? How are we different already before we even launched the marketplace? What's the likelihood of us seeing things like this? And, we've already gotten the answers. Just the big thing with our marketplace being completely decentralized, all the data coming from the blockchain, not having a centralized server that is prone to hacks or prone to people trying to get all the information out of, and then to have privacy policy that's comprehensive, terms and conditions that negates liability to MemeNFT, but also addresses things like copyright takedown and things like that. So, the end all message here that I've gotten this past week in talking to the devs and to Mike is we're setting ourselves up very nicely for when we're ready to launch. So I guess that just leaves the final question that I've been DM'd and we've seen a million times in the chat. We've talked to you guys, Pat and Malibu, about it, but what's like a loose time frame we're looking at from this point on? When do you guys think that we'll have it to testing phase? And then when do you guys think is like a real loose, vague?
Yeah, loose is the key word.
Yep.
Loosey goosey.
Loose is rough to say. I mean, really, it's a lot of development to get all the features. I mean, I don't have like an exact day, just to be honest with you.
Oh, we don't want to. I don't want to give anyone an exact date.
No, yeah.
Can
I don't want to set a day or set a loose day. I mean, we gave you the rough timeline.
Yep.
We're still on par with that rough timeline.
Sounds great.
Can I ask a slightly more technical question? What's your hardest server side obstacle on the back end that you're dealing with that you could talk about without letting anybody know what's actually going on? Just out of curiosity.
Multiple registrations of users and tracking that data without fulfilling a contract to full.
And connecting
so like creating the buffer contract for dealing with the transaction.
Yeah, essentially we have to do, I don't know if you're aware of what a diamond setter process is, but we're going to have to do a diamond setter process for the proxy.
Not particularly.
Okay, so diamond setting is using a variable of proxy contracts that talk with the other proxy contracts that talk with other proxy contracts that talk with other proxy contracts. So it's like using one contract to talk to like 40 contracts.
And do those contracts talk to other contracts?
Yeah, so so it runs like in the lines of a diamond, right? A diamond runs to it's called a diamond setter because a diamond runs to a point on the bottom, right? A centralized point in the middle. That's essentially the start of the diamond, and then it runs off a line and a tangent to another line that talks to another line that talks to another line. So you call one contract that calls another contract that calls another contract, and then that contract can call another contract. Does that make sense? That way you can get rid of the storage buffer and the limit within Solidity.
That my headphones cut out for half of that, but it sounds.
Because
we'll have Pat re-explain that to you.
All of the calls are within the blockchain, not from the user side.
Right.
The user makes only one call, and the rest is done on the blockchain itself. So there is no buffer. There is no timeouts, nothing. It's faster.
That's awesome. Really quick, while John is in here, because John's busy, he just had his baby. He actually gave birth, so it's really mind blowing. It's a miracle. While he's here, let's talk a little bit about this charity event we've got planned, or we're in the works with planning right now, John. And I know Leaks is going to be helping with a little design on that aspect. But I know you've already got one NFT project, a relatively well-known NFT project on board with us. So for those of you guys that don't know, the charity that we're looking to do for this humanitarian effort over in Europe is going to be a Twitch-style stream, live stream. There's going to be a couple different events on there, a couple giveaways, some featured artists, as well as some pretty rare NFT auctions. All of which the funds will go towards the humanitarian effort over in Europe through Vitalik's charity organization that he has set up. So Jonathan's going to be hosting that. Jonathan, I don't know if you want to say a couple things, maybe talk about the projects you're talking to bring on board.
Yeah, so I'm still talking with a lot of them, but one of the ones that got back to me is Typical Tigers. I'm a whale on, not to toot my horn, but I'm a whale on 4 NFT projects right now that are pretty decent. And so I'm just reaching through to talk with the owners and stuff and see if they're interested. And I got one commit, and I got a couple people that I think are just talking to their team. And I should know something by today or tomorrow. But the response I've received so far is amazing. They're Typical Tigers was 100% we're in. They were no issues, we're in. And so me personally, I'm going to give away some Typical Tigers. I'm going to give away some Funky Flies. I think I'm going to auction off an Apocalyptic Ape. And then I may even auction off one of my freaking sexy grandpas that's mooning right now.
Yeah.
It's not called Sexy Grandpas. I just couldn't consider it. It's Grandpa Ape Country Club. But they're straight mooning right now.
Yeah.
And so I talked to one of their guys last night before the baby because they were still in there late, and they said just put in a ticket and they'll get back to me, but they were pretty interested. So I'm getting a lot of positive feedback, and I think everybody just wants to come together and do their part. So
yeah, and something to keep in mind with this, obviously there's always that kind of PR side of it. It's a nice focus. It brings projects to MemeNFT to work together. But something I really want to stress is the sole focus of this, other than meeting with other projects and chatting and having a good time. The sole focus is really to try to offer what little support we can over to this humanitarian effort. And this is not for any specific political party. This is just for the people that are being displaced, that might need, an extra hand with food or blankets or whatever it is. So it's an overall humanitarian effort, charity event that we're doing. And we're going to keep it fun. John's going to be hosting. He's got a slew of graphics made for it. He's going to be hosting it. The special guest that we get on We're actually the celebrity that we're waiting for the signed contract. That celebrity NFT project that we talked about is just about finalized. So we're hoping maybe to get him on as well. But it'll be kind of a low-key discussion. You know, we're going to bring these guests on. John's going to chat with them a little bit about what's going on that side of the world, as well as, you know, how can the blockchain and how can cryptocurrency help benefit people in times of struggle, which I don't know if you're paying attention to the news, but a lot of people over in the Ukraine, the only access they have right now to funds or easy access is through cryptocurrency. Same with the people in Russia who are protesting against this. You know, they are getting a lot of support through cryptocurrency, and it's amazing to see. So going to be an awesome event. We're going to have a set date for you guys here soon. We're just getting things finalized. Like Jonathan said, he's reaching out to some more awesome NFT projects that'll, you know, join forces with us. And, you know, we'll do some giveaways. Obviously, people can donate live on stream or they can take part in the live NFT auction. And 100% of the proceeds are going to go directly to this humanitarian effort. So we're super excited about that. Look forward to it. We'll have graphics here soon. But yeah, that's about all from me. Nate, I don't know. Do we have any other closing statements we want to chat about?
No, I'm just really grateful. John, thank you for coming on the day your baby was born and showing her off to us. She's beautiful. And how's your wife doing?
She's doing great. She's feeding her right now. She's tired.
Good deal. Oh man, I hope you both can get some rest. And
For sure.
Yeah, just Mike, thank you so much for coming. And you know, we'll be in touch because we constantly are barraging you with things. But appreciate you, brother.
Did you get that email, Mike? I sent you another email.
I did.
I was gonna say Mike is like working almost 24/7. Like he was responding to me at like 9 o'clock last night. I was like, dang, this guy's on it.
He's the best, man. Well, let's really quick let's give a thanks to everyone who joined us. Leaks, our new content director. You guys are going to see him a lot. Mike, our legal team, as well as Pat and Malibu, who are doing all the grunt work of building this marketplace for us. So just a big thanks to all these guys for joining up with us.
Hell yeah. Hey, and I just want to thank the community for the positivity towards the birth and everything that happened. I really appreciate it. My family appreciates it. This is a great moment to celebrate with the community. So thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thanks, you guys.
Yep. So Pat and Malibu, thank you guys. And I'm so bullish. I'm even more bullish. I'm so bullish.
Yeah.
It's exciting stuff, guys. So.
Now we have 1 million more calls to get on.
Exactly. But any last minute questions for us, guys, from the community? Guys and girls.
Guys and girls. Hey, no questions I like no questions too.
We get a limited edition Mr. Pickles NFT auction.
Dang, that's
congratulations to Jonathan.
Say that again.
On his newborn.
Yeah,
thank you.
For sure.
Thank you, Jamie. Appreciate it.
Glad to know that you had a good, safe birth there.
Thank you.
Another one of our amazing partners in here right now, Jamie DeVries from SafeSwap. Everyone should give a shout out to him. Jamie, it's always good to have you in here, man.
Yeah, and you know what?
Great energy here.
SafeSwap is more than just a staking platform too. They're a powerhouse dev team behind them over there. So make sure you guys go check them out. They're amazing. Jamie's team goes above and beyond to take care of us. So thanks, Jamie.
Yeah, that's the kind of words. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, and speaking about swaps, that's that second one that we're working with. We should be hearing more info tomorrow. So hopefully we can update this week on when that goes live, when that sweep or that widget goes live. But yeah, we should be hearing more about that second swap tomorrow. And then John and I have a pretty pretty bullish meeting early morning tomorrow too. So hopefully we can get some more info out to you guys from that here coming shortly. So lots of stuff in the works. The celebrity partnership, the NFT partnership, like I said, contract is getting ready to be signed. It's the weekend, so we don't expect it probably until tomorrow. Once that gets signed, our in-house NFT artist will sign it, then we'll sign it, and then we'll give a breakdown to the community of what that partnership looks like. So exactly how many funds get raised for MemeNFT versus the NFT project itself, and then where those funds go directly and how they'll be utilized within the space. So once we have all that set up, we'll give you guys a breakdown, and then it'll probably be a couple weeks of art design and whatnot, and then we'll go minting live on that. But we have another probably 2, 3, 4, 5 different potential NFT partnerships in groups right now getting lined up. So we're really hoping to get to a point where, you know, bi-weekly, every 2 weeks, maybe every 3 weeks, we have a different partnership coming out. And it's really great because these partnerships, they can come to us with art, and we can facilitate everything else, like the minting platform, help them with a roadmap, all that kind of stuff. Or, you know, they could come to us as a celebrity partnership, like the one that we're getting this contract signed with, and we can actually facilitate the art as well. So we've really set up our team to be able to have every different aspect of building an NFT project, to have that powerhouse, so that when partners come over and celebrities come over, we can help them get anything they need done, which then in turn, you know, increases the amount of percentage coming back to MemeNFT. So these partnerships are going to be real bread and butter for MemeNFT. It's going to be awesome. It's, you know, profit's going to be going into buybacks of the chart, funding of the marketplace, future development, and future partnerships. So look forward to those. Once this contract is signed, I'll give you guys the official name of the celebrity, and we'll go from there. But lots of stuff in the works. We're very focused, laser focused on growth right now and how to handle the explosive growth. So you'll be seeing more members being added to this team, like Leaks, like Pat in Malibu. I would say like Michael Shehab, but he's been with us since the day one. But yeah, growth. It's going to be a crazy couple weeks, guys.
Yes, sir. Bring it on.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
So tell us, are you going to hang out in VC for a little bit and talk charts or what?
Yeah, why not? You know, I'm trying to get my OBS to work. It's being
I need to hear about the fractals.
the fractals. I mean, what's great is we're looking like a reversal. I mean, it already confirmed. So yeah. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for 300 mil, baby. That's all I'm waiting for. I don't even feel like it anymore. But like, yeah, the TA for the week is good till 300 mil.
Bro.
I like that. All right, let's go. Get to 300 mil. All right, guys, I got to get on a call, so I'm going to go. Lynette, thank you as always. You're just a wonderful, wonderful woman. Mike, pleasure having you, brother. Pat Malibu, thank you so much. Leaks, welcome to the team. John, congratulations to your baby. Nate, you know I love you. And this community, thank you as always. I'll see you guys in a little bit.
Peace out.
See you guys.
Yeah.
Satoshi up in here causing FUD, talking about a 300 mil market.
Yeah, definitely FUD. Definitely.
What the hell?